Hey, this is Steven from Legit PC, and today we're going to do something a little different. So this is going to be my new series, which is kind of based on a theoretical PC build. So I'm going to build the PC on Newegg and show you guys some different types of builds for different purposes, such as gaming, home theater, NAS storage, or whatever. So I'm going to build different rigs at different price ranges for different types of people, artists or gamers or whatever. So I don't know how often the intervals that these videos are going to come out, but I am going to find out, and I'll let you guys know. I might do once a week or maybe a week and a half. I'm not completely sure. Okay, so the first video we have here is a $500 gaming build, and this has been updated. I just updated this, so this is concurrent to the day that you see this video. So this particular one is not $500 out the door. It's it's pretty dang close to $500, and then you have shipping, and the grand total comes out to be quite a bit after tax and stuff like that. Some other people that live in states like Oregon don't have the tax, so don't really have to worry about that. So it all depends. Everything here I would keep, so I mean I didn't really take anything off. You might be able to get some money off of some of these, but you'd have to see. So first off, this particular build is a micro ATX, and it's using AMD for processors and ATI. I think it was still ATI at the time. Now it's AMD, but it was ATI graphics. Okay, so first here we have just a plastic Silverstone micro ATX case. $34 for that. You could switch that case out, doesn't really matter. Reason why I'm doing micro ATX, because it's also in the motherboard, as well as having the options of having expandability. So you could add another 2 sticks, or you could add, and it also has 2 PCIe slots. So you could add a second graphics card and SLI them. I mean crossfire them in this case for AMD. So it's got fans in the front, 1 fan in the side, and I'm guessing a fan in the back, 2 CD drives, and this particular build also comes with a CD drive. And yeah, so let's go back and check it out. This particular one doesn't have any extra fans added on, so you could do whatever with that. That's a $10 thing. Not gonna worry about it too much. Okay, so I just have a basic DVD burner, $20. Bulk might mean, I don't know, it should just be 1. Yeah, it should just be 1. So it's just a DVD burner, nothing special. DVD burner, DVD writer, DVD reader type thing. Not really that big of a deal. Don't really use these anymore. So if you don't want to use it, take it off, buy a fan. Alright, so then we have Western Digital Blue. This is a 250 gig. You don't need too much for your games. You have 50 for your operating system, and then there are 200 that you can put on games, which is plenty enough. So this guy's a 7200 RPM, 16 megabyte cache, and this is a 6.0. This will definitely get everything done for you. So and also the reviews are very high, and I'm a big fan of Western Digital. The reviews are very high, as you see there, and very great price for that, and also pretty good on power. Next we have the Gigabyte. So you could switch these out as long as it's an FM2, because that's what we're using for our APU processor. This guy also, I believe, has pretty good reviews on it. As you can see from the front view here, we have 4 DDR3 slots and 2 PCIe slots here, as well as a standard PCI and a 1X slot. And DDR3 up to 2400. Ours is going to be 1600 because we don't really need that speed. Some people say for this particular setup that you could use 1866, and you could change that out if you want, but I use that to save money there. So next here we have our 500 watts. Now you don't really need 500 watts, but I have that for expandability. If you do eventually want a crossfire, then you could definitely go with that. So this is also, I went for at least 80 plus bronze certified power supply. So this will definitely help for power consumption when you leave your PC on or whatever. So This is, as you can see, SLI ready, crossfire ready type thing. So we can crossfire use this power supply to crossfire and still have enough juice to run the PC without crashing. Here we have we are going to fill up half of the slots. We're going to fill up 2 out of the 4 slots. And here we just have some G-Skill Ripjaws X Series, 8 gigs, speed 1600, DDR3, and coming at it $85. Pretty good speed. Cast latency is like 9, so really quick. Really quick ping back and forth, so looking really good. Here we're coming to the good stuff. We're going to be running an AMD APU, which is the A10, the new Richland series, 6800. Got perfect scores, 85. It's only been out for a while, I think. But as you can see, 4.1 gigahertz, 4.4 gigahertz turbo, 100 watt. It is hopefully I didn't get this wrong. I'm not too familiar what comes inside the AMD boxes, but hopefully it comes with a heat sink. If it doesn't come to the heatsink, obviously that's wrong, so get rid of the DVD drive and buy a heatsink for this particular guy. But definitely very good performance here, and as you can see, has great onboard performance. So, 4.4 gigahertz turbo, socket FM2, 100 watt quad core desktop processor, and it's got great AMD always beats Intel onboard graphics. So if you do want to get if you do want to have something with just onboard graphics, I would highly suggest going AMD instead of Intel. AMD is just too far ahead as far as their graphics performance onboard. Alright, so, and then this other thing. So this is pretty interesting. There's only, some people know about this, some people don't. There's a thing called dual graphics, which is AMD's software crossfire, pretty much. So basically what happens is you take the graphics card, the GPU, on an APU, in this case our A10, the 6800 Richland, and you could tie that in, crossfire that with certain types of cards. In this case for the A10, the new series, you could tie that into a 6670, which is what I have here. Thus, you get almost, what I saw, 30 frame boost compared to just an i5 with the 6670. So that's a big deal. Now, here, of course, you get to the bad part. Since the software is tying it between each other, and it doesn't have the speed of the PCI Express bus, right? So there is some issues with the software. You get some tearing and things like that. But that could be patched later with AMD. AMD's working on that now, so they will probably eventually be able to get that figured out. But very low power here, very great performance, and like I said, if you dual graphics these two, you'll get an extra 30 frame bonus. Now, the thing is that in this case, you could even drop this guy down to just a mini ATX, right? A mini ATX board. Mini ATX board here and a mini ATX tower, and then you could just go without any need for upgrade. So why I would say that is chances are if you bought another 6670 and tried to crossfire them without the dual graphics, chances are, I don't know, not for sure, if it will even beat the dual graphics. Probably marginal improvement. So I would probably just stay with this particular build, and you should be able to play pretty much mostly anything that you come by. You will be able to play everything. I'm not saying you can play it in Ultra, but you will be able to probably play everything. Like I said, though, you have to watch out for that frame drop. In the case of the frame drop, or not the frame drop, but if you have tearing, then just switch to 6670, wait for a software release and patch that up. Or if you don't want to wait for that, you could even switch up this AMD A10 with maybe an Intel or cheaper, maybe an A8 or whatever, and go with NVIDIA graphics or go with a higher AMD. But this is what I would particularly go with. This is the best bang for your buck, because now you could build your CPU up as well as getting better graphics this way. So now you have the best APU possible, and you have the best, and you have a decent graphics card to back that up so you're not just going on strictly GPU onboard of the processor. And this will give you, 50, 60 frames max. Especially if you're playing on Call of Duty, you don't even have to worry about it. It'll just blaze through Call of Duty, like I said. But with the software update, if it's running properly, it will just beat up any of those games, any MMOs, role playing games, real time strategy games, first person shooters, third person shooters. It'll beat up anything like that. Even multitasking. A10 is also a quad core, and 4.1 gigahertz standard, 4.4 gigahertz boost, turbo. It'll definitely chew up anything you throw at it. So this is what I would do, and this is what I would suggest for someone that's looking for a $500 graphics based gaming PC. And this will definitely take up very little space, use probably emit very little sound, and definitely be a great addition to your gaming experience past playing on a laptop or just a standard workstation PC that or standard home PC with no dedicated graphics or great onboard graphics. So, like I said, if you want to go with onboard graphics, the A10 is the way to go. The AMD for onboard is the way to go. And if you were looking for great graphic performance and great CPU performance, dual graphics is the way to go, as you can see between these two. So yeah, that's about it. So this has been my new series, the theoretical PC build, and suggesting to you guys what to buy if you're looking for this type of build. Now, like I said, some of these you could switch out and go with what you think is best. Like getting rid of the DVD burn if you don't want it, going to mini ATX if you don't want to upgrade, and if you don't want to try to dual those 6670s. But, if you want to add a capture card or whatever in there, you could do so. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So this has been Steven from Legit PC, and this is my new series of PC builds. I'd like to thank you for watching, and subscribe for more videos like this, and my gaming videos and my reviews, and for further stuff from this series. Thanks for watching.